Wanted to do a quick review here on the Vevor car fridge. This is a newer style that I noticed popped up in the last 2-3 months of summer of 2024. Kind of looks like another brand you see on Amazon by the name of Bodega. They have a very similar sort of plastic outing, a little different than the other style of Vevor fridges that I've noticed. Now they all obviously, I think, make them out of the same factory and then slap their own names on it. But I actually purchased this one off of Vevor's website, contrary to some of the advice online from Reddit saying that sometimes they took your money and never shipped anything out, as opposed to buying it on Amazon simply because it was cheaper. I paid $180 Canadian as opposed to the same unit being roughly $350 on Amazon. Exact same unit. So I just want to talk about some things I like and some things I don't like about this particular model of Vevor fridge. So this is listed as the 25 liter or 26.7 I believe quart fridge. 26.4 quart, pardon me. 26.4 quart fridge, or the 25 liter fridge. 2 compartments. So this is the fridge freezer combo compartment, and I suppose that's where a couple of the issues I have with it first start. They're not really a problem, but I think more so it's simply because it wasn't clear on the description or the pictures on the listing exactly how small these compartments were. So the compressor's on this side, which means you do have a portion of the fridge already taken up that you won't be able to use, and then there is a divider down the middle. So I'm going to open up both compartments and you'll get an idea for how big these are, or how small rather. So again, this is obviously one of the smaller fridges you can buy. I wanted to be able to fit this in our FJ Cruiser, which is already a little bit limited on space. I wanted to be able to easily store in the garage on a shelf, so I didn't want a behemoth 40+ liter fridge. However, I was hoping for 2 slightly larger compartments, and again, I have never owned a 12-volt car fridge before with a compressor. I didn't really have much to go off of in terms of comparison and reference for size. So it's at the end of the day, it's my fault that this wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be in terms of size of the compartments. However, I'll show you with a little screenshot in the YouTube video here just how they pictured this right-hand side compartment. So although I knew that a portion of this would be used up, it was hard to tell how tall this was. They have a description of 2 ice cream containers stacked, and you can see the bottom row of ice cream containers and then the top row above it. So that gave the impression that this particular compartment was deeper than it is. As you can see here, you can only fit 4 regular cans high. You can't stack even 2 high because the lid will not close. Now it's 4 this way as well for anybody curious. So that's the max you're gonna fit in here. So, you know, 4 easy to grab beverages, or perhaps, you know, narrow packages of food. That's what you would use that side for. Now in the instructions, this is the right side closest to the compressor, and this is your fridge. This side, as per the instructions, will never go below 0 degrees Celsius. So it's always above 0 degrees Celsius. The other thing is that this fridge is listed as a dual zone fridge, which it is, but it's not dual zone adjustable. And I thought that was interesting because they do advertise it as if it was, based off of the 2 on the screen. It's not plugged in right now, but they're on the digital screen. It's very basic. All these Chinese fridges basically use the same screen. There's temperatures for both compartments, which makes you assume that when they say dual zone and you can read the temperature on both sides, that I can adjust the temperature on both sides. That's not the case. So it's important for you guys to know before you buy this particular unit. Again, this might be the same for others as well. This is my first one. You set the temperature of the freezer, which is the larger left compartment. That's what you can control using this pad. And then this right side, which is the fridge, passively changes temperature based off of that. So I'll just show you the instructions here. This is for reference for you. So you change the left compartment, which is the freezer, and that one you can go from 5 degrees Celsius to -8, -18, and then supposedly you can go down to -20. And the right side, it says temperature reference, as in the right side passively cools based off of the work that the left side is doing to cool it. So you'll never get that cold here. Now I did plug it in and run it in the house for one night. The left side did get fairly cold. I think I had it set to the -10 setting, and it definitely got to the -10. So that was good. This side would be good enough to keep a couple beverages cool, so that's probably what I would use this side for, the quick grab ones, and then I would always move maybe drinks from here to here if I wanted to, but that's all you're ever going to keep on that right side. The left side, it does get cold. It has a little drain plug at the bottom, which I thought was kind of nice, so you can pull, drain anything out that you need to if you want to wash it out, or if you did want to keep some ice in here, just to keep it cool when it's not plugged in, or to help it not run all the time. So my big issue again was just really the discrepancy between maybe the communication in the photos on the ad and some of the description about the dual zone adjustability. Both of those I would argue are inaccurate from Vevor and Vevor's Amazon listings. Otherwise, that aside, 25-liter fridge, you know, I only ever really go for weekend trips, camping for, you know, 1 to 2 people. I think this is a perfect size. Could it be bigger? Yes. I in a lot of ways I wish Vevor does have another option. It's exact same dimensions as this one, except it's a single zone, so you don't have this in the middle. I would assume you'd have a very similar amount of height here, and there would just be a ledge over here over the compressor, but that's cataloged as a 32 liter instead of a 25 liter. So I do think that that's interesting. I wonder if, you know, losing this and having one larger zone does indeed give you a true 32 liters. And since this really isn't an actual dual zone fridge, in my opinion, with 2 adjustable zones, I probably should have just opted for the 32 liter. The reason why I didn't was twofold. First of all, the 32 liter single zone with the same dimensions and look as this one was sold out as soon as I went to go buy it, and it never came back, and I waited for about a month, and it went from unavailable, more coming on Amazon, to just unavailable and, you know, no signs of it returning. Vevor's website had the same description for that one, so it was unavailable. It might come back when you watch this video. I would recommend you get the 32 liter single zone of this style instead of the dual zone, simply because, like I said, this is kind of a useless compartment, and it's not even a true dual zone with both sides being separately adjustable from the screen. This side passively cools when this side actively cools. Now, the other thing I wanted to note is this instruction manual that comes with it does list on the front the models that this could apply to. Now, they have an NLD series, NLD 30, NLD 45, NLD 55, and then they have an NLS series, and then that goes from 35, 45 to 55. Not quite sure how the NLS works. I haven't quite gotten there in the instructions. Maybe I'll let you pause it here if you wanted to. The NLS is described here. The NLD, which is this fridge, is described here. But interestingly enough, they go 30, 45, and 50, but if you look at the box, it's NLD 35, and then I assume the V1 is a version 1. Now, that would make sense because this is a newer style fridge that I haven't seen before by Vevor, but it does look very similar to the green Bodega ones, which I will maybe insert a picture of so you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, they call this a 35, but yet this is a 25 liter, so I'm not quite sure where that comes from. And then again, there's no description here for a 35. So it's neither here nor there. However, I hope that helps. Otherwise, the fridge itself, I mean, it does its job. Keeps things cool on the left side. You can reverse the doors. I did watch one YouTube video. I haven't tried it yet. I'm not keen to get the app for this fridge. I don't think it's necessary. If that's something you wanted to do, I did watch one video, not for this particular model of Vevor fridge, but they had another style of Vevor fridge that's been out for quite a while, and it used the same app as the Appy Cool brand that you also see on Amazon. And again, I believe that's again made in the same factories, and then everyone just slaps their own sticker on it. So interestingly enough, I haven't looked at what the Vevor app looks like, but you could probably use another brand app, and this fridge would probably sync right up to that. So that's another note. In terms of cords, it comes with 2 styles of cords, which is good. You've got the 12-volt cigarette lighter cord, and then you've got your classic 110 just power outlet. So I've got a Jackery style power station, and so that's how I'll primarily be using it. However, I also have a outlet in the back of the FJ so I can run it while the car is running. So I'm not really sure which one I'll end up using more for power when it's on and in the car while we're driving, but when I'm at a campsite, the intention is to use it off of the power station. And really, because I have either a cigarette lighter or the regular outlet, I could use either of these. So hope that sort of overview of this particular style fridge helps you. I haven't seen any content on YouTube regarding this exact style of fridge yet. I'm sure it's going to come out more, simply because like I said, it's new. I haven't seen a whole lot of it online yet. I just saw it pop up summer of 2024. I'm filming this late August 2024, and they've got the full size run. They go all the way up to like over 40 something liters in either a single zone or a dual zone variety. So, you know, again, I think if I had bought it again, I would buy the single zone 32 liter, which has the same dimensions but just one big lid. If not that, then I would have gone for the slightly larger, I think it's a 35 liter fridge. Same design, same width, same depth, but just higher by about 3 or 4 inches. And supposedly that, you know, adds a couple liters of volume. Just because now, knowing what I know, there's not a ton of room inside. So I'll leave this there. Comment below if you have any questions. I'm happy to chat about it. I was looking forward to getting one of these fridges for quite a while, so I'm glad I did. Don't hate this one. Just wish the description was a little more clear regarding the size and dual zone operation of both these sections. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.